training, we need total trainers, not just good academically, but people with head, people with heart, people with hand. It's easy to teach from the mastery point of view, but you must have sincerity and credibility, and we need trainers like that.
Right. I think it's very easy for us not to download the PowerPoint and make a presentation.
Anybody can do that.
Right.
But for you to sound credible, because how can you teach me if you're not convincing? How can you touch me if I cannot even sense it inside you?
Right. The review,
For
tutorial.
the review center, I think this is the time where we are going to let the students see that the academic excellence is important, that the competition, the global competition is there already, so we really have to excel. And now we are not just doing the review program for the college entrance exam only for our local universities like UP, Ateneo, and LaSalle. So what I'm telling the students is that when you come to our review center, you also have to prepare for other universities outside.
Right.
So they can come enroll in the internet and see outside. Don't just have yourself in the Philippines because this is global.
Exactly.
Already.
So, competition. What's your thought about competition?
It's healthy because there are enough people to train. No need to get or grab, because abundance means there's enough for everybody. There are 94 million Filipinos and about 40 million are professionals. There's enough people to train for everybody. I go down to be a total trainer. That's why I'm very active in the Philippine Society for Training and Development.
Right.
We want to make the Philippines the training hub for Asia by 2012.
Right. How do you see the competition?
The competition. For the students' point of view, for competition is the exams, okay, are not really tough, but the competition is. So sometimes the UP entrance exam are not really that hard, but then since there are a lot of kids who can do very well, so that is the competition there. But for me as an industry or the tutorial center in this industry, I'm not against competition. Now there are a lot of tutorial and review centers.
Yeah, I understand there are also some fly-by-nights.
There are but then these fly-by-nights that we are saying are, that's why my obligation, my moral obligation is to make the tutorial, we must be the leader. We have to set the standard because the other tutorial center
Newcomers, diba? May mga newcomers.
Newcomers, they're looking up to us. So if our standard is low, sasabihin nila, ay, andali pala. So every time we have to improve and improve and improve so that when the industry is there, they are following us up, and then I know the standard in the industry is up.
You are giving them a really, really hard time.
Yeah, and then I'm setting the standard. This is the one to be there. We are the benchmark, so they go up. And I think this, we don't say that they are all fly-by-night. They are starting the same way that
Motivation should be correct.
the motivation should be correct. You have to teach your child. Sometimes when I pray to God, sana Diyos ko, matuto tong batang ito. That is my prayer. And then natututo nga, and then that's why Mr. Pido is saying, it is your heart first. Then money is going to follow. Kaya ang sinasabi ko rin, hayaan mo yung pera ang humabol sa'yo. You just have to keep good service.
Paano daw yung mga tao ngayon, yung audience natin, bakit daw hindi sila hinahabol ng pera?
Kasi sila humahabol ng pera.
Yes.
Sila ang habulin at sila ang habulin.
Sila ang habulin. You just give your good service.
But they cannot just sleep or sit down in order for that to happen.
You
right? They will really have to find, again, what Pido was saying here, was they will really have to find that thing in their heart.
Yes, I believe in that. I believe in that.
Right.
Training and education are the same, except that education is for students, training is for professionals. But if you go to the root of educare, educare means bring me back to God. It's not about being religious, it's about being spiritual, rooted,
whatever
centered.
your faith,
whatever your
faith
subject is, math, PE, Filipino, it doesn't matter, bring me back to God. Therefore, follow your heart, inner life, outer life, then it becomes total training, total education.
And so, for example, in training, if I were to attend maybe a seminar, what's the fair deal?
it is a challenge to offer inner life work or soft skills or hard skills because the ROA, employees get from this, how will it redound to my income and so on. It's hard to tell them that when you touch the heart, the effect is not immediate, the effect is not visible,
Right.
the effect is not obvious.
Now, for our review center, for a seminar, for example, iba eh, di ba? Parang iba.
They will still have to invest a certain amount of money, but they will have to believe that the effects are invaluable, although not easily measurable or visible.
Yeah, but now what we can see is like kapag ka review center, they will really have to. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's a requirement to be in that review center. However, in our trainings and public seminars, it seems to me like we will really have to do a lot of marketing efforts in order for them to come. I mean, you are doing them a favor. However, you will have to go to them.
Well, those who are sent will come because they are ready for what we are teaching.
Okay. Innovation. What's your take on innovation?
Our innovations now is that before, when we have a tutoring or we just use board and pen,
Okay.
board and yeah. This time we
The chalk.
have the chalk, and now we already have the PowerPoint and like that, and we have, of course, the technology, the computers, and like that.
Innovation.
Innovate yourself
Innovate
first.
yourself.
You cannot change outside unless you change inside. The outside is but a summary already or a result of what's inside.
Alright.
So if you want to change outside, you change inside. You innovate yourself first, then you innovate what is outside.
Okay.
One day at a time.
We have a new president.
Yes.
In terms of leadership, what are you expecting to see in the
Okay.
next leadership?
Okay, I love him for promising that he's not going to be corrupt, and I think that is the first one that we have to, and then I believe him in that. But then I still have to pray for him, include him in my prayers, that we have to help him in our prayers and in everything that we do, because he cannot change unless we do it on our own, in our own backyard. We have to do it. How we treat our people, how we treat our household, that is it.
All right.